fairies. Today I'm going to read a book that is entitled, Who is Happy? Are you ready? Then let's start. Once upon a time, in a bright and colorful forest, filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves, lived a little crow. He was black from beak to tail, and although he could fly higher than many birds, and his call was loud and clear, he didn't feel special. Every time the crow saw his reflection in the river, he sighed.
Why am I just plain black? No color, no shine. I must be the most boring bird in the forest.
One day, while flying over the lake, the crow saw a swan gliding across the water. Her white feathers looked like fresh snow, glowing in the sunlight.
Wow.
Thought the crow.
She looks like a queen.
He flew down and said politely,
Swan, you're so elegant and white. You must be the happiest bird in the world.
The swan looked up, her eyes soft.
Oh, crow, thank you. But I've always wished I looked like the flamingo. She's tall and graceful, and her feathers are pink like the sky at sunset.
So the crow flew off, eager to find this flamingo. Did you already click the subscribe button? If not, then please subscribe to my channel. By the marsh, standing on one leg, was the flamingo. Her feathers were the softest shade of rose, and she stood tall like a ballerina.
Flamingo,
Said the crow.
you look so beautiful and calm. You must be the happiest bird alive.
The flamingo smiled.
I do like the way I look, Crow, but I've always admired the kingfisher. He's small, but his feathers are bright blue and orange like fire and sky together.
Blue and orange.
The crow echoed.
I must see him.
He flew along the river until he spotted a flash of color darting through the trees. It was the kingfisher, diving into the water and zipping back to his branch with a tiny fish in his beak.
Kingfisher,
Said the crow.
your feathers shine like gems. You must be the happiest of all birds.
The kingfisher puffed out his chest.
I am proud, crow, but I often watch the hummingbird and feel a little jealous. She moves so quickly, and her feathers shimmer in sunlight. And she gets to taste sweet nectar all day.
Shimmering feathers.
Gasped the crow, and off he went again. In a flower-filled meadow, the hummingbird hovered in the air, her wings buzzing, and her tiny body glowing in greens and golds.
Hummingbird,
Said the crow.
you fly like magic, and your colors are like a rainbow. You must be the happiest bird.
The hummingbird laughed, her wings still beating.
Maybe so, Crow. But have you seen the mandarin duck? His feathers look like they were painted by an artist every color you can imagine. I wish I had his style.
Now, even more curious, the crow flew to the quiet pond where the mandarin duck paddled gently. His feathers were a masterpiece. Orange, green, purple, gold-like, a walking painting.
Mandarin duck,
Said the crow.
you are the most colorful bird I've ever seen. You must be the happiest.
The mandarin duck chuckled.
Crow, I do look fancy. But the parody's not only colorful, he can talk. People adore him. I wish I could be that smart and loved.
So the crow made his way deep into the jungle, where he found the parrot perched high in a tree, chatting cheerfully with his friends.
Parrot,
Said the crow.
you're so clever and colorful, and everyone listens to you. You must be the happiest bird of all.
The parrot tilted his head.
I get lots of attention, yes. But have you seen the peacock? His tail is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. When he spreads it, everyone stops and stares.
The crow's eyes widened. He flew to the royal gardens, where the peacock stood proudly on the palace lawn. His tail feathers were long and glowing, with eyes of blue, green, and gold. People took pictures and clapped whenever he fanned them out. The crow waited until the crowd had gone, then landed beside him.
Peacock,
He said quietly.
you are the most admired bird I've ever met. Surely, you must be the happiest bird in the world.
The peacock turned his head slowly and looked at the crow.
I might look special, Crow, but because of these feathers I live in a cage. I cannot fly high like you. I cannot explore forests, feel the wind in tall trees, or rest wherever I choose. You, with your wings and freedom, you must be the happiest bird of all.
The crow was speechless. He had never thought of it that way. All this time, he had chased after beauty, colors, and admiration. But now he saw what truly mattered. He looked at his black feathers, spread his wings, and soared into the sky. Below, he saw the lake, the marsh, the jungle, the river, and all the birds he had met. Each bird had something special, but each also longed for something else. That day, the crow finally stopped asking, "Who is happy?" Because now he understood happiness doesn't come from colors or crowns, it comes from loving who you are. And with that, the crow sang a joyful caw as he flew into the open sky, finally free, finally proud, finally happy. The end. I hope you liked this week's story, fairies, and don't forget to subscribe.